back.
Hello again.
Hey, um, something that we had a conversation about because through our halfway point, we kind of sit down and talked a little bit. And I just want to share my thoughts about myself, of what I was hearing and seeing in myself. Um, Sometimes we do things that are not really good to each other.
Y'all don't do that, do y'all?
Yes, we do. And I got revelation of this as I was walking because um, I kept hearing a scripture, and it was let no one divide what God has brought together, right? And most people, when they think about that, they think about that in a relationship aspect, as far as um, people, physical people, coming in between you two, right? But sometimes spiritually, we divide each other sometimes, and I was getting the realization of myself of how sometimes I antagonize her to get, and I'm just being honest, okay? And I'm not ashamed of this at all, because this truth, I know other people go through this too, and that's okay. But the truth was that I sometimes antagonize my wife, and she gets angry. And I was walking today, and I was
Well, not angry, agitated.
agitated, but it's a form of anger, though. Either way, it's not provoking unison. It's antagonizing, which is dividing. And the revelation that I got, and asked myself, why are you doing that? Why do you do this? And it was because you seek attention, subconsciously. And the revelation that I got was, what I heard was, when you antagonize her, you are removing the peace of mind from her and the divine. So I started to think to myself, wow, and on that aspect, on that level, that's kind of evil, you know. And not evil in a like, oh, I'm trying to hurt you, or I'm trying to, but when you get this realization about yourself, that you're trying to divide not only ourselves, because that's what uh, antagonists do. They separate, they divide. It's not bringing together anything. So I had apologized to her and told her, hey, I'm going to work on that in myself, not to antagonize you or upset you or make you talk back to me, to get some kind of reaction. Um, so I want to bring an awareness to everyone out there in a relationship. See this on that side and on this side. Are you allowing that? Are you allowing them to antagonize you and upset you? And then on my side, why are you even doing that?
So I just want to piggyback off of why I say agitated. So, and yes, it can lead to anger at times, but we know that we're not supposed to let anger sit with us too long, right? You're supposed to become aware of it and then deal with and that is um, thinking and doing that which transform that emotion into something that's more beneficial for yourself and other people, right? I say agitation or I don't like it is because of what Dino just said, and we talked about this when we were further down the trail, that it separates you two, right? And I want us to, which I'm not saying that he does not, right? But my thing is, when I do become agitated, is that this is creating a divide with us. So why are you doing this? Why are you wanting to divide us instead of bring us together? And that's what our intention is supposed to be about, right? Now, can we control how someone else feels? No. But you know what my mantra is about: doing what's best for you, but then also may we be in a way in our lives that we are having the attention in the forefront of our mind that it is assisting the best in others. And when you're in a couple dome, as we like to say, we want to promote within each other and to promote and encourage to other people of doing what's best for themselves individually, and then that pours into the couple. Um, and it's when we are again are aware of that, that's how we grow in ourselves, which him having that revelation was a growth spurt, right? And that poured into our relationship, and that's why we're talking about it with you all.
And a couple things. What because when you're doing it, right, sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. But as I'm walking in silence on this trail, I got that revelation, which I thank God for. Because that awareness is what gives you a chance to change yourself through that light, through that revelation, through that humility, because when you're not humble, or if you think there's nothing wrong with you, or you think everything is good in your life, and you think everything is great, and I'm not talking about situations in your life, I'm talking about you personally in your own life, because all of us have things that we need to work on in life. But what really, I believe, brought that revelation was because I I asked myself, has my wife ever done that to me? And I can honestly say my wife has never tried to agitate me. Not at home, not in public, not to get attention, not just because. I noticed that she's always trying to bring together, even when I'm not all together. There's not very many women that do that, because most of the time, what do? When someone does something to you, we unaware do it back, and then it goes tit for tat, back and forth, and you never get revelation of what's going on within your relationship, because one person is not doing it, even when it's done to you. So that aspect of her even doing nothing brought the awareness to me, like, hey, what are you doing? And I told my babe, I said, babe, I'm sorry, I don't mean to antagonize you or irritate you, because we're not supposed to do that. And there's another reason why we're not supposed to do that. Check this out. Because when you take your woman's peace,
or vice versa.
But I'm speaking from Dino.
Yeah.
She can't have communion with God. She can't create what she wants to create because she's pissed. She's upset. She's angry. And then she's walking around throughout the whole day thinking, why is this dude doing this? Why am I dealing with this? What am I doing to deserve this? And that separates you from the divine, because she's focused on me. She's focused on the anger. She's focused on the things that are not conducive to her life.
And we about that well-being over here, right?
Yes. And it's like, and sometimes you can tell people over and over and over, and we just don't get it. But I thank God that I got that revelation. So I'm not going to do it to the best of my ability anymore, because I'm aware of it. And if I'm aware of it, then it becomes a conscious choice. And now we're held more accountable, because you know better. Why are you still doing it?
I just want to say also too that so we can't make somebody be aware, right? So when I have said things in the past about, hey, don't do this, don't do that, it takes a person dying to themselves and saying, okay, let me take this in, what this person is saying, and consider it. I believe we all should do that. Even if he tell me he don't like something, I have to consider it and have a conversation within myself. And if it's something that, this in general for all of us, that it is going against the best for someone, then that's something that we shouldn't be doing, right? Because we don't want to agitate people and make people or help assist people to their anger. or experiencing anger, because we know not only, yes, it divides us in within ourselves, which is mind, emotions, body, and spirit. It connects us from the divine, because God, it's difficult for God to work through you because it creates stress, right? And like I've said many times before, and we'll keep on saying, the more a person experiences stress, then it creates disease. And it's very difficult, as we all know, right, for many people to be in their full self if they are experiencing a disease or multiple diseases. And when we are doing the opposite, that's why I talk a lot about inspiring people, encouraging people, promoting the best in people, because that's uplifting, right? And it helps them to feel better in their emotions, and that pours into the mind, into the body, and then they're living better.
Yep.
And then they're doing better, not only in their selves, but in the relationships that they are in with people.
Absolutely. So that's just something to think about within yourself, because I know I did today, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. What's going on over there, babe?
The spiders.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to go.
Texas is spiders.
Yeah. All right. Well, we thank you for being with us, and we'll see you on the next one.
Take care, everyone.